Reflection, the serious thought or consideration. This is what I've been told to do, to really consider my time here at Patino. I was asked to defend the fact that I mastered the 4 competencies that Patino strives to teach. The first being adaptive learner, second problem solver, third risk taker, and fourth digitally literate citizen. I quickly realized though, I can't defend that I've mastered these 4 competencies without sharing my story. So that's what I'm gonna do.
My name is Asia Jade Alvarez, and both names carry a part of my story. My first name being before high school, but my middle name being high school and up. But to start my story, I have to start a little bit before Patino, which was junior high. I was what one would consider a bit of a troublemaker. Fights, in-school suspension, detention, principal's offices, and you name it, I was probably in trouble. But that's where I spent most of my time. But this was because the world I once knew was shambled and the floor under my feet felt like it was shattered again. I was fighting any way I could, not realizing I was digging myself in a very deep hole. I wanted control, which is why I was fighting, but I also wanted someone to look beyond my behavior and see the young, insecure, low confidence, and broken child that I was. I had teachers calling me stupid, telling me I was incapable of learning, and the list continues, and the effect that it had on me was absolutely tremendous. At the time, I had 2 wonderful teachers who had continued to push me and to see through my struggles and to see me for who I was. Smart, capable, and all the rest. At the time, my friends were very interested in Patino, and I figured I had nothing else to lose, so I'll give it a shot too. Honestly, just went for the spinny chairs. I thought 1 semester wouldn't hurt, and 8 semesters, here we are. But I wanted to sit back and, before I got into it, say thank you for not giving up on me, and sorry for all the trouble that I caused. I truly wouldn't be graduating soon if it wasn't for all the support all my teachers have been giving me. I've gained confidence in myself and abandoned the false idea that I was incapable of learning, that I wasn't smart, and that I wasn't capable of good things. I just needed an opportunity to prove to myself otherwise. The 4 competencies I will be talking about today have not just been taught at Patino, but have also been taught to me in real life. But now I understand just how important it is to master these 4 competencies.
Adaptive learner is the first competency I'm going to start with. I have learned to manage time, goals, and projects using not only Canvas and its calendar with the day things are due, but also things like Scrum boards, which I use to manage a project, my team, and myself. I've used surveys as well throughout the last 4 years to get feedback on my work, projects, and other activities I'm wanting to improve on. I've also started a business through a pandemic, which I'm not sure if you knew. It's my first pandemic, and hopefully it's also my last. But during this pandemic, I've learned to manage school, work, personal life, and everything else online and in person. My business is one that I think took the absolute most effort, learning how to ideate online, learning how to do everything, start projects, meetings, everything being online has been one of the most difficult things, but I'm so proud of not only myself but my team for the amount of effort that they have pushed to see our business thrive, constantly growing our ideas, social medias, but also preparing for a big drop of clothes. Problem solver is the next competency I'm going to go with. Now, to be quite honest, I was more of a problem starter, but I feel like now I'm more of a problem solver. One of the first things I wanted to use was the display of my very first pitch here at Patino during my freshman year, which was my passion project. I felt so passionate about the project. It was the first time where I was given the opportunity to speak, to find a problem that I was truly invested in, to find something that made my heart just a little bit happier if it was fixed, and I stuck with it. I did a whole project based off of makeup, how it's used, what's safe, what's not safe, and wanting to create my own line of makeup that would be completely safe to use. And my main motivation were the ladies in my life, so big shout out to my mom, teachers that I've met, and family members as well. Now I'm sure you see this silly little picture of my puppy dog, but I was faced with a problem, and using the skills that Patino has taught me, being pitching, negotiation skills, problem-solving skills, and being able to work through almost any problem efficiently and effectively, I got my dog. So let me give you a quick explanation real quick. I was faced at a very tough time I'm in high school, and I needed to learn responsibility. And what better way to learn responsibility than to get a dog? Now, my mom was not a fan of this, but after a whole slide deck pitch and some negotiation, you're looking at Bruno, our handsome boy, which we all absolutely love. And one of the third things I wanted to use for problem solving was a recent and, in my opinion, very relevant project that I did in probability and statistics, which we figured out basically what a monthly payment of a car would be, if I had my dream car, what it would look like, what it would be, how my payments would work, what would be the best option. And this not only taught me how to break down any problem, but also how to work my way around it. Risk taker. So 1418 Fulton, I'm sure you've heard from Timeless For You plenty of times that we've been wanting to partner with them. Now, Timeless For You after high school will be continuing to move forward with not only our business, our growth, but also with 1418, as we are going to purchase some shelf space with a calculated risk. We thought about what it would be if we lost this amount of money, what it would be if we, jumped in and gave that amount of money, and we have decided that we're going to go ahead and pay the shelf space to see whether our customers want to have an in-store experience or an online experience, but also having the option is really nice too. So we're going to go ahead and take this risk, since it's a great opportunity to go ahead and learn more about our customers and what's going to work best for them. Now, the Slick Rock Film Contest. I set out to have 2 different videos going in being blockbusters. Now, the first one, I bit off way more than I could chew. I took a risk and decided I would do 2 videos, start one from scratch and finish editing the other. I was unfortunately unable to get my first one up and going. I didn't have enough time to edit, and I didn't have enough time to film. But I was able to go ahead and find the problem early enough to go ahead and continue to work and put all of my effort into my other video, which I ended up submitting. It didn't get nominated, but the process of learning how to take this risk, how to rebound from the risk, was awesome, because now I feel more prepared later on when I take that risk and it's not going to work out. Because let's be honest, not everything works out, but this one did, and I'm glad that I learned how to solve that problem and how to take these risks.
So for the digitally literate citizen, I have 2 different examples, one being a Canvas again, and the other being social media. So for social media, I definitely feel like learning how to use social media properly with marketing, networking, and just being able to responsibly engage in social and political problems using social media is super empowering, and I'm definitely glad that we've learned how to do this. But this is my business account where we go ahead and we post some of our clothing drops, announcements that we have, surveys that we have, along with Canvas, which go ahead and shows me different assignments and that kind of stuff like that. But the main assignments it's showing me are going to be from entrepreneurial media, which is Fitzgerald's class. And in that class, we learned how to create videos, ads, different types of effects that we can do, which I think is super important now with everything being in the digital age, and I will definitely be using this in my future as well. I do plan on going to get my real estate license along with my home inspector's license and my ultrasound tech license as well, so that I have 3 different sources of income. But knowing how to be digitally literate for being a real estate agent as well as the home inspector is super important. Being able to know how to use social media to my benefit to better promote housing and different stuff like that is going to be super awesome and super helpful. So while all of my colleagues are learning how to do this, I already know how. If I had more time to list out all the rest of the assignments, the projects, and the experiences that I've had here at Patino, this list and this video would continue on forever. But I decided to pick these examples and these artifacts to show that I've mastered these 4 competencies, because I feel like that was what was most important to me. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to hear the questions you guys have.